Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. I'm Carmen, and today we're going to do a general reading, see what kind of energy comes out. We'll start off with some wind chime time. Hope you all are doing well so far today. We're going to start off with the Tattoo Tarot. If you've been watching my recent videos, you know it's been kind of a pattern set for me now to identify the energies that we have at play with the Tattoo Tarot. So I'll pull a main card and then like a qualifier for each of the energies. We've got the Two of Wands. This generally speaks to identifying direction or next steps, choosing a course. Okay, so then I would say the main card for that first energy that's looking for direction is the Hierophant. And this is generally somebody who's spiritual or perhaps religious, and could also be more of like a boss or a mentor or someone who's pretty educated. Definitely somebody who cares about not just book smarts, but also how to manage, emotional intelligence. And I actually just noticed this in the depiction here of the raven. There's actually two heads. There's one that's folded down towards the side, and then the one that you can see more prominently. So whoever this individual is, this energy, I feel like they have a good job playing to their audience or knowing how best to approach a situation. And then the secondary energy is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups generally speaks to somebody who has an offer of love or perhaps an apology. And the Three of Wands. Interesting progression how we're going to the Three of Wands here with the second energy after having the Two of Wands for the first energy. So maybe there's been some sort of improvement in a relationship that you have. I don't necessarily get a ton of, masculine versus feminine here, but in general, I would say I'm getting the vibe that maybe the Hierophant is our more feminine energy, and that the Page of Cups is our masculine. All right, so we've got, for the situation, we've got King of Wands. So as you can see, he's pretty focused on that fire. That represents passion. So somebody here has an intense focus, whether it be on just getting your money right, or maybe you're in an educational program about to get a degree. But it's definitely somebody who's focused on their pentacles or stability, money. Page of Pentacles shows up here, and often we see that associated with, obviously stability, working towards something that you have in mind in terms of a goal. There's a watch here. So something else to mention is with our pentacles, when we're talking about page and knight, those can often represent more of a slow moving energy. And then kind of like the worst card in the deck here. Ooh, Ten of Swords. This is one of the more brutal depictions I've seen of the Ten of Swords, with the guy actually looking up to see the hands that are bloodied. And this card often gives me self-sabotage vibes because of the fact of those, hands being up there seeming to be potentially this guy's own hands, or somebody who knew a friend or family member or lover was going to screw them over, and then they actually did. So they saw that coming. What else do you have for us, Spirit? Who caused this problem? All right, so the three cards that came out together, we've got Ooh, did I also mention that Three of Wands often means waiting for your ships to come in? I don't believe I mentioned that aspect. So we've got someone who's trying to find a direction and someone who's waiting for something to happen. So it sounds like this Page of Cups energy, if something doesn't happen, then things are over. For this Hierophant, they have a decision to make. The three cards that just came out are the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Devil. I'm getting vibes of somebody who's jealous of a feminine energy who's just fine on her own. So the Empress is the combination of all of the queens in the deck. She's got everything she needs. She's often depicted as pregnant because she can be either a mother or have a mothering personality. She also might be very creative and known to create, whether it's art or create change. She's inspirational. And then to be paired with the Nine of Pentacles, this is often depicted as a woman with a really beautiful gown or robe. And in this situation, we've got, I think that's a hawk. Either way, I would say this drawing is definitely true to the meaning in terms of a woman who seems to have command of the surroundings. Someone who has all of the money that she needs or knows how to manifest what she needs. And her eyes are wide open. She's looking at what she needs to. She's aware of what's going on. There's grapes here. To me, that speaks to not only can she eat, but she can have a good time because maybe she's making wine with those grapes. But then we had the Devil that also came out. And the Devil often comes out if we're talking about an attachment or somebody who's bound. So there might be, with this Empress energy, there might be a tendency to go a little bit too far, or maybe, talk a little bit too much about the success or blessings that this Empress has, and it's inviting perhaps some jealousy or inviting some materialism that is not healthy. So if you're the Empress, make sure you're doing your best to be grateful, show gratitude to the people that have helped you, and be helpful when other people are looking to also achieve that same level of independence and freedom. All right, so I'm going to leave that Devil there and see what we can get in terms of clarification. Yeah, I'll use the Kipper for that. Source, what is the Devil doing here? Why do we have the Devil? All right, so we have false person and thief in the reverse. So to me, this is saying you don't have to steal to be a false person or to betray somebody. This could be somebody who is doing, the worst with their words. They may be lying or gossiping, or even just sending you negative energy because they'd like to see you fail. Either way, this Devil, I feel all the more strongly that this is speaking to somebody being jealous or envious and a need for you to really watch out in terms of not talking too much about like new projects or new goals that you have. Some things you really should keep to yourself until you've established a certain amount of progress on those goals or objectives, because you will, as you become more successful, garner more attention and therefore more envy. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Ooh. So we've got expectation and journey that flipped over but didn't fall out. And then we also had change, great fortune in the reverse, and official person come out. So this to me feels like there was somebody important that prevented change that would have resulted in success or wish fulfillment for you, and that was blocked. And that's why you feel betrayed. Why is the Empress here? Main female. To me, this is the Empress in the Kipper deck. Perhaps just a reminder. I mean, you've already got the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress here. You have everything you need. If you're this feminine energy, you don't need anybody else because, I mean, look at her. She's even got the rose, you guys. She's got a great house. She's got, look at that beautiful dress. Obviously a hairstylist. So yeah, this feminine energy here may be prone to depending on others for validation or, you know, companionship, but at the end of the day, this feminine energy has everything that she needs to be happy and doesn't need to rely on anybody or settle for anyone. All right, so just a warning that at the end of the reading, I'm going to draw 3 cards from my Magic 8-Ball deck, and these are going to have largely yes or no answers. So go ahead, take a second, think of 3 questions, again, yes or no, and I'll pull them after my next set of cards here, and we can get those answers for you. Until then, we'll do just a little more clarification here with the Everyday Tarot. Why is false person here? All right, so we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So in the upright, the King of Pentacles is going to be somebody who's generally pretty loyal, honorable, respected, you know, probably pretty wealthy. In the reverse, you're likely talking about somebody who's materialistic. So if you're a self-sufficient, independent woman, you might have gentlemen suitors who like that about you because they are materialistic. So be mindful of who is in your, you know, circle that maybe isn't really a fan of equal give and take, or maybe is not a good influence in terms of what should be a priority for you, because materialism is definitely something that can keep you from your purpose. Why is official person here? All right, we've got the 8 of Wands again in reverse. So 8 of Wands in the upright would often talk about incoming communication. But it could also talk about velocity or speed, something happening very quickly, action. With it being in the reverse, I'm going to guess we're talking about the government. Sorry, that's my really nerdy joke because our government sucks. Well, I don't know if you're from the US, but I think our government sucks. But if we're talking about an official person who's not moving very quickly, and it's tied towards to change, this is either somebody who is responsible to make an offer that would be seen as an opportunity, say a hiring manager, if this is feeling more of like a career vibe for you. But if this is talking more about a relationship, you might be actually experiencing more of like a delay in systems or processing if you're looking to get something done whether it be getting a copyright for something you've created or a marriage license because you want to get married. So, very interesting. So we already have the King of Pentacles out, as well as the Page of Pentacles. And then here we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles coming out. As they sit, one thing of note is there is no line of sight between the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So the masculine energy seems to be looking the wrong way. So he might be distracted. The feminine could be distracted by a third party, somebody who's a little bit less mature, or she could actually see this, reversed King of Pentacles as too immature, as beneath her. So that could be why we have the Page of Pentacles here at the beginning of the reading. When you're seeking to solidify a relationship, it really does help if you're coming at the relationship from the same level or the same place in your life. Okay, so I know you've already got your 3 questions together, right? And they're yes or no. So let's see what we get in terms of answers. We'll do question 1 first, of course. What do we have, Spirit? Surely not. And don't call me Shirley. For those of you that like bad movies. Alright, so I don't know if you were worried about something. Maybe you were hoping for a yes, but the answer here is surely not. For question 2, let's be a little bit clearer than that, Spirit. You bet. If you're from Minnesota like me, that would be yeah, sure, you betcha. Just kidding, we don't really talk like that. Maybe way up north, but not here. So, better turnout for question number 2. That is if you wanted an affirmative answer. All right, question 3. What do you have for us, Spirit? And in case you were worried about the second card that fell for question number 2, that was also an affirmative. And then we have absolutely. So I hope those helped to clarify whatever you've got going on. As usual, absolutely appreciate any of the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes you can throw my way. Feel free to check me out on Instagram. I like to post a lot of, easy to read, quick readings for individual signs, as well as specific subjects or subcategories like family or sex. So check those out at Wicked Wands Tarot, and feel free to inquire after a personal reading at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a great day.